Today on YTP Presents, I'm going to dance around naked and light myself on fire. But seriously, uh, today I have something serious I wanted to discuss. I watched the movie Green Lantern lately, and I, I wasn't too thrilled when it was in the theaters, so I didn't want to go see it, and Ryan Reynolds as the Green Lantern basically, in a lot of ways, he almost overdid it, I think. Um, he kind of played an actor's actor in it, and he just seemed too overly about it. But all in all, it was a good movie. Uh, the thing I have a problem with, the one thing I have a problem with, and this is something I have a problem with a lot of movies, okay, is why is it, okay, we can be the boss, okay, which is, it's a great position, we can be leaders and stuff like that, which is fine, but why is it that our powers have to be, telekinetic, you know, why is it that we can't just be super smart, and that we can't just put things together. Like to give you for instance, like Xavier. Okay, he was a guy in a wheelchair, obviously, and some would look at him as the leader of X Men, though others would disagree and say no. Cyclops was the leader. Well, Cyclops was the acting leader. Um, if Cyclops were voted for, he would be the president. Whereas Xavier would be the Senate. Um, but I'm going off topic. Anyway, we can be leaders, which is good. Not really complaining there. But then, all the other things is we can be sidekicks. We can be the guy that helps the hero. Um, we can be, you know, we can be villains, as Green Lantern showed us, but we cannot be superheroes. There's just there's like a remedy that says there can't be anything wrong. Okay, and to be totally honest with you, I think a handicap or physically disabled, if you want to get nitpicky, a physically disabled superhero would be a great idea, and here's why. Okay, let me pitch this to you. Uh, Here you have a guy who not only has to overcome society's everyday views of him, okay, he's in a wheelchair, what can he do? But then he not only becomes the superhero and not only proves himself in the light, but at the same time doesn't proves it to himself. And I think that is one of the biggest misconceptions about people in witches is we have nothing to prove to you. We have nothing to prove to society. Okay? We have something to prove to ourselves. Okay? We need to know that we are better. Not better than you, but that we are better than what is perceived of us. And showing us images of us, with some sort of elephantitis, in a wheelchair, and saying that we're evil in a sense, and that we're villainous in a sense, is really just um, you're demeaning it. You're demeaning the whole thing. To be completely honest, I wanted to start this video off as a review of the Green Lantern, but as great as the graphics were, the underlying story really just bothered me. Because here's one guy who has to overcome just a fear. Okay, whereas another guy who you make him handicapped and then you make him evil. And the two, it's not like they, like, cosmically go together, okay? It's not like, oh, you break someone's leg, they're obviously going to become angry at the world. It's just not that way. But I digress. I do believe whoever it was that played the villain, he did an alright job. I think it was a bit mousy, but not really of an out there character. But the girl was rocking. But she was rocking in the town too. Aha! Didn't think I know that. Anyway, she was rocking in that too, and which I think is funny because she actually played basically your garden variety addict in that one. And but in this one, she played a clean cut girl who was just honestly, she is from New England somewhere because she kept the really homegrown feel to her, like that the can't think of what it's called when your voice is different, but anyway, she kept that part of her, which I thought was excellent. Um, I don't really like it when actors and actresses they come from different parts of the world and they want to get rid of that part of them, instead of showing that, coming from that part of the country, see what I can overcome, you know. But she did, and I find that wonderful. And I mean, I don't know the Green Lantern story, but if I understand it correctly, sorry, picking my nose. Um, if I know the Green story correctly, the Green Lantern basically could take anything in his mind and make him real. But I always thought it was like, maybe he could supercharge his arm or something and, make it into a super fist or something like that. I didn't think that they were going as far as making machine guns and, literally anything he could think of. The other thing is, and I don't know if this is more of a problem that I had, but what's the with the blue eyes? I just didn't get that. But anyway, that's my rant and review. Good one, huh? Rant and review of the Green Lantern. I hope you enjoy and I hope you watch. Thank you and good